I imagine you probably have those too.
Yeah, I have a digital archive, but what we don't have are the stereo cards, the stereo slides, all that physical media that they shared for years and years. A lot of that may be lost, sadly. But I'm hoping that by posting this information, this will make some connections by promoting this information. I think this will secure the Oakland Camera Club's legacy, and it will help us make these connections and maybe track down some of this photography. All right, let me share my screen again. Let's get started with tonight's slideshow. And let me see if I can open up the right one. This might take me a few tries. Oh, I did it right the first time. All right, if you're following along on Zoom or on our YouTube or Twitch streams, you should see our title slide. Let's see. Want to make an announcement? Oh, it looks like, okay. Well, we'll just share these. Okay. We'll just share these on Zoom. And if you're following along on Zoom, I think you'll see our 3D theater at the Solano Stroll. This was a big hit. Hundreds of people stopped by. People were very engaged with the photography. We're going to see a lot of the Solano Stroll tonight. So I'll leave it at that and let the rest of the photos speak for themselves. Our next live event. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I see. Here we go. Our next live event is a 3D screening of Robot Monster at the Internet Archive on Halloween Eve. Still working out the details. This is just a fun thing. It's unlikely to attract serious photographers. But the Internet Archive is very interested in us screening a 3D movie that's in the public domain. So details will follow later. That said, let's go ahead and start tonight's slideshow. And our first slide is by Steve. And the title is Pop-Up 3 Solano Stroll GGSS Booth. Steve, what can you tell us about this?
I think you, I think you said it. I mean, that's the Solano stroll. Now we have you. It was but the picture you just showed was tour. This is a camera that Matt loaned me because I forgot to bring my W3. What's the camera, Matt? I mean, it's a
The
phone.
X-Reel Beam Pro.
Oh, which I think Jay just posted that it's on sale at Amazon.
Indeed, yes.
Now, the images that you sent me, Matt, were um at 720, I think, 740. They weren't full red.
Oh, really? I wonder why. I'll have to look into
Okay.
that. They should be
Well,
full
there was
HD.
a problem with the first batch you sent, or you sent them, you tried one way and I couldn't access them. And then you sent them again. So I don't know if the second one worked, but had to reduce the resolution.
Oh,
So this is a lower resolution. Um, but you get a good idea of what the theater looks like. And as Matt said, the people were very engaged. They were just constantly coming in and really enjoying. And some of them stayed for the entire, they stayed until it cycled all the way around again.
Yeah, people young and old seem to have a great time. We'll definitely be doing this again. Sorry, Steve, about that resolution snafu. I used a built in Google Photos sharing tool, and maybe it reduced the size, maybe it resized
Yeah,
the images or something.
it's okay. I'm just glad to hear that that's not the resolution of that camera because it was it the images look pretty good. I kind of liked using that. That could be a replacement for my W3 when it finally peters out.
Yeah, it's been a lot of talk about this camera. Let me see if I can put something in the chat for you. And I'm also putting the links to our various slideshow streams in case you need it. All right, thanks, Steve. Our
But
next
yeah, I
photo.
don't have much more to say about it.
All right. Well, we'll move on. We're going to see more angles of this pop up theater as we go. But let's move on to one by Melinda called Art Deco Elevator.
Yeah, so I had an off-campus medical appointment in this really old building on Market Street, and it had a lot of the buildings down there have like weird mixes of different styles. So I'm not even sure if this is uh, uh, Art Deco or Art Nouveau or something in between. Um, Looks more deco to me than anything else. But but yeah, the floor of the elevators was fascinating. It had this beautiful um, tiled floor. Lots of other little things like that all over the building, but this one this was one of my favorites.
Was that a building on Sutter Street by any chance?
No, it was directly on Market,
Okay.
and it's definitely some kind of famous old building. Pretty fascinating. This is definitely somebody else's art, but I just thought I would share because I thought people here might like it.
Yeah, it's lovely. Thanks, Melinda.
Mhm.
Yeah. Keep your eyes open. I've been wanting to shoot more interiors myself. Let's move on to one by Oleg. And wouldn't you know it, this is 3D theater at the Solano Avenue Stroll.
Yeah, well, this was taken with my camera with a 10-foot stereo base, and it still worked out okay.
Not
Yeah,
10
looks very natural.
feet.
It is a little bit wide, but I would be surprised if it was 10 feet.
Is it 10 inches, Oleg?
10 inches, yeah.
But 10 inches, I'm still
Yeah.
surprised.
Oh, I think, yeah.
It's very, very comfortable for me on my loom pad.
Now, this is the super wide angle.
Oh, that explains it.
It makes people that are close looking fat. So sorry about that, Steve.
Do you do any sort of straightening or like barrel correction with these lenses, Oleg?
Only if I don't level my tripod.
stock options.
Oh, and
All right.
let's not forget that now that we have generative.
There we go.
A barrel correction looks like a good idea, at least if you want to make people thinner.
Well, that barrel wouldn't do it. You'd have to squash the whole image.
I'm afraid it's got to be diet and exercise for me.
Yeah, we're all getting older.
What?
It's sad but true.
No way.
And this was a little later in the day. We figured out that we should have brought benches. Next time we'll have benches so people can sit. They had absconded our chairs. That's why we're standing.
There is a very similar event in Novato in June. And I looked at what the cost is $250 to have a booth.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you want to do that, get people to drive out to my area.
I think that's a great idea. We have this set up now. I'd like to use it as often as possible. I'm sure we can raise $200 for the entry fee or whatever it is. So remind me, Oleg, or if you wouldn't mind, send me a link to their webpage or something, and I'll put it in my calendar and sign up for it. This is something we'll do more of in 2026 in the spring and summer and fall. We'll do the Solano Stroll again, but there are plenty of art walks and street festivals that I think we would do well in.
So I'm assuming you had to pay for this booth.
No, in this case, because we're a nonprofit, it was free.
Yeah, because I was gonna suggest that because I mean I have some connection with the Solano Stroll since my son has worked there for many years, and I was pretty sure that if you're not selling anything, that you can get a free booth.
Yeah, they were very accommodating. And incidentally, the Berkeley Camera Club had a booth right next to us, so they did put some thought into that also. All right, thank you, Oleg. Bob, I think you're here. Coming up next is Church of San Michele. There he is. He's just looks like he is correcting some audio issues.
Nice.
I'm sure once he sees his photo, he'll spring into action.
I wouldn't guarantee that.
Hey, Bob.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you
Yes.
loud and clear. Do you need a few minutes? We can come back to this.
No, I was hooking up a microphone. I've got like 3 screens going here at once.
Okay.
Actually 4 counting the other one. But if you can hear me, I guess it's using the microphone in my display. So
You're loud and clear.
yeah, I just sent in some photos because I hadn't seen it on the big screen and wanted to see if it worked and if it. I know my eyes can skew out and view things that other people get headaches from. So just gonna check.
Building on the right is a little forward of the window, but it's not a deal breaker.
Yeah, I was thinking about going in and moving it, but I was too lazy. So
It's comfortable on my Loom pad.
yeah, I'm looking at it on the Loom Pad 2 in 3D. It looks pretty good.
I love the light. This
Thank
must have been right at sunset.
Yeah, it was from a boat. Sequential shot with the iPhone.
Where is it?
It's near Venice. It's just outside of Venice, one of the islands.
The water hardly moved at all. Looks great.
Thanks.
It could use some straightening up the verticals.
Yeah, Doesn't bother me that much. I know what you mean.
That's some sky. Is that the original sky?
That's the original sky.
Wow.
Nothing added. I think I could have even boosted up the color here, but no, fortunately the clouds were going in the right direction and cooperating.
Well, the
Yeah, no,
clouds didn't really move at all. It's the you said you are on a moving vehicle?
yeah.
Yeah, so the clouds probably had no time at all to move very much. They're pretty much at infinity. I mean, they're beautiful. I wish there was depth to the clouds though.
Well, we had some clouds that were pretty fast moving. Not this day, fortunately, but
Beautiful.
thanks.
Yeah, very nice. Did you time this boat ride, this tour, for this light, or was this a happy accident?
No, I wanted to go out to the island. Actually, I was going to a different place, and this just happened to be on the trip. So the light wasn't an accident, but this shot was a surprise. So
The light's gorgeous.
Yeah, beautiful. Thanks, Bob.
sure.
Roberto, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Very well. Very well. This is Afterlife.
Yes.
Where were you to take this photo?
Actually, this is another place near this huge park here in Mexico City, as I told you, Chapultepec.
Mm-hmm.
And this is another contemporary art space where I took a video. I'm sending the link so you can, if you want to see the complete tour. I took this with my DJI Action 2. And it was a really challenging place because you are going from a really bright side to another really dark, and then you go back again, and the cameras struggled with the changing environment. So I don't know if I could fix the difference between both cameras, but I try my best to fix the difference.
Yeah, very dramatic.
Yes, this is like a huge obelisk that, as the one that they have in Buenos Aires, in Argentina, and this is lie down, and you walk into this obelisk, and then on the end, well, you will see on the in the video, there's a TV showing random images, and then you turn back, and then you see this going back to the light, and I like the view, but I don't know if it could capture the feeling of going through the light, like going back to your reality.
That's very trippy. It's great image. Time travelers.
Yes. If you want to see the complete video, I post the link to the YouTube mix.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, check that out in the chat to see. So is this a still from the video that you created, Roberto?
That's right. I took a screenshot of the video. I filmed it in 4K, so it got enough resolution for displaying as a still.
Oh, how interesting. I would have never guessed that, looking at the quality of this photo.
Yes, the DJ cameras are really good with resolution, and the definition of the sensor is really nice. But at this time, it struggled changing the environment from the really dark to the really bright. So you will see the struggle in the video. In the video, I couldn't fix it at all, so I leave it like that.
Is the video alternating field? I've seen a slight synchronization issue in that one man's arm.
Maybe, I don't know. I tried to synchronize those at the same time with the audio, but maybe it's like a half of frame because, well, according to the audio, I couldn't. I recorded to 25 frames per second. I tried to record it faster, but the cameras get really hot. So I rather lower the frame rate so it doesn't get too hot.
Yeah,
And the only rivalry I see is in that far figure, but I'm looking at it on the loom pad, so I'm not sure if it's actually there in the left and right image, but it looks like only part of his lower legs are showing in one frame.
Yes, sure. Maybe trying to fix those. In one, it's really faded, and the other, you will see it in the video. In one is really faded, and the other, you can see the shadow. But the difference is more dramatic in the video. You will see it with a stereoscopic view. You will see like the really different frames on that frame.
Yeah, it's an easy fix. You just do a cut and paste on it, but for the still.
Yeah. For the video, it's a little bit harder.
Roberto, for your cameras when recording video, do they have manual settings, or are you using their like automatic settings?
At this time, I use it in auto because I was going to change from the really bright to the really dark, so I don't have enough time to change the settings, and I leave it auto. But when I have a plain environment, I use it in manual. I use the white balance, exposure, ISO. So at this time, I couldn't use it because I knew that I was going through this tunnel, so I choose to leave it in auto.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, it's very dramatic. Thanks, Roberto. We should all be sure to watch the video also, which is in the chat.
Thank you.
And speaking of the chat,
the vertical seems
Melinda.
a little wrong on the video. I have to kind of tilt my head to the right a little bit to get things diffuse. Like if you look at the logo in the lower right screen,
in the video,
diffuse it. Yeah, in the video. If I'm looking perfectly straight up and down, the logo doesn't match. There's a little tilt.
Maybe I didn't do it. You mean the logo that it's in the corner?
Hmm?
Maybe
yeah,
the
whole video seems it's just a couple of degrees tilted, it seems.
Okay, I will have to fix that.
Or maybe it's each eye, I guess, somehow got tilted. I don't know.
I will check it.
Roberto, tell us again the software you use to edit your 3D video.
It's DaVinci Resolve. It doesn't fancy. It's not that fancy. I only crop the videos to the half of the screen and center the image and export both sides. And then in a new timeline, I paste both sides to match the view. And then I use the ViewMaster. I don't know if you have seen this with an old iPhone, so that to display the video with my friends, and I love the results.
The ViewMaster, is that the virtual reality toy?
Yes,
from
the virtual reality version, but this is made by Mattel.
By Mattel, yeah.
But with a phone. It's like a Google Cardboard, but fancier.
So it uses your phone as the display.
That's right.
I see. Got it. Understood.
Yes, that's right. And in some videos, I use also binaural audio, so you can immerse also with the audio. If you see my channel in YouTube, you will see the next one. I recorded in binaural, so you can listen all the surrounding. This one, I use a song, so it doesn't match the environment. But the next one, it's an expo here in Mexico City about photography, and I use a binaural microphone.
Okay, fantastic. Let's all be sure to check that out. And while we're speaking, I'm previewing the video that you've linked to in the chat, and I see exactly what you mean about walking through this obelisk. Yeah, it's a very very effective, creative effect going into this bright light, as we see in the photo. Thank you, Roberto.
Yes. Yeah, but really challenging for the cameras.
Yeah. That I can see.
Thank you.
Thanks, Roberto. Edward, I think you're here. Let's move on to a macro by Edward. This is fungus. Ed, if you're there, tell us what we're seeing. Well, he might not be able to unmute right now.
Oh, okay.
Here
Is
he
that
is.
better?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I was just I was in my backyard, and my wife has this wooden table for the grandkids to play at, and she had a vinyl tablecloth on it that had been there for quite a while, and I was changing it, and so I found this white stuff on the wood, and it just looked like old paint. But I just scraped it off and put it under the microscope just out of curiosity, and this is it.
I think we're pseudo here.
Are we? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
let's
turn it
try
up.
it.
Yep, it looks
does
like.
look- It is pseudo. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The fibers and strands should be coming forward.
All right.
Looks
Yeah.
cool in pseudo.
Mm.
I like it.
It was just one of those things. I was curious what it would look like under a microscope, and it looked kind of cool, so I took a picture.
Yeah, it's a whole forest.
I call it a fungus, but I don't actually know what it is.
Like a shag carpet to me.
It's definitely looks like something that's alive.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's something alive, but I don't.
It's this whole hidden universe.
That's what I am always curious about.
And of course, we can perceive so much more in stereo
Yes.
because the structure of this thing is so alien.
Yeah, that's what I like about the stereo microscope is the 2D picture just doesn't really do it.
Yeah.
The computer says the wrong name for me.
Was this shot with two lenses?
It's called a stereo microscope. It's essentially two microscopes side by side, and so you get literally a stereo image. And I took to put the camera on one eyepiece and take a picture, and then I take it off and put it on the other eyepiece and take another picture.
I see. Because it looks like the one image is sharper than the other.
Probably. They are not parallel. Actually, I found out they're actually like when you're looking at something really close and your eyes kind of like not cross, but they converge.
Toed in.
So you can never get the entire field in focus at once.
So you're saying
Do you then put it through Stereo Photomaker?
I don't really know much about how to use that, but I did do the auto, what do they call it? Auto alignment.
Yeah.
That helps some. I put the camera on the eyepiece, and I have a little bubble level that I use to kind of get it straight. I just set it on top of the camera until it looks like it's level, and then I do the same thing at the other one, but it's never exactly perfect. So the auto alignment helps with that. I'm not really that conversant with it.
Well, that works well.
Yeah, I would say auto align is what I use Stereo Photomaker for 99% of the time.
That's the first thing I do with it.
Well, thank you, Ed. And Ed, I've got to say, your recipe for cleaning glasses definitely worked. We need to
Oh, did it?
figure out a more efficient way of cleaning glasses at our pop-up 3D theater. But
Okay.
it worked great. Didn't leave any water spots or anything. We cleaned a lot of
Okay.
glasses. That's something we need
Okay.
to
Yeah,
refine.
I figure we went through our stock of glasses maybe 10 times. It was a lot of washing.
Yeah.
What was the technique?
We used a solution of distilled water and, in our case, alcohol. I think 10-to-1 ratio of water to alcohol. We just sort of swished the glasses around in a bucket full of it, dried them with a cloth, and then let them air dry to finish drying. Although people were coming in and out so rapidly, some people just used the wet glasses. That's all we had to give them. But worked really well. We need some way to automate that, so that otherwise it's a full-time job. But thanks, Ed, for the recipe. Worked great. We'll keep using it.
We're good. Glad to hear it.
All right. Oh, let me switch this back. Swap these views. I usually forget that. And we will move on to one by me. Here's another shot at the Solano Stroll. The title is Vendor at the Solano Stroll 2025. This is just down the block, I think, from where we were. And I thought it made a great subject.
Really colorful.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a great composition. Did you get him to pose for you like that?
No, I just sort of stalked him and waited for him to turn around to get his face.
Good job.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
I'm
couple
very
of
happy
the
with
booths
that
were
one.
forbidding photography.
Oh, I wonder if this one was. I didn't even bother to look.
It was one of those bunch of colored glass bottles, and I got waved away, but I think I got something. There's no submission this week, though.
Well, ask for forgiveness instead of permission. You got to get that shot. All right, Phyllis, we've got one by you coming up next. This is Flowers and Glass.
Oh, it's not as sharp as I thought it would be. This is this is a scene in my bathroom, looking out where as if you were sitting in the tub.
Oh, nice.
But I'm surprised. I thought it would be sharper. I haven't seen this one viewed before. And I believe this was taken with the X-Reel, which normally is incredibly sharp. So I'm kind of surprised.
There might be a little bit of motion blur.
A what?
Motion blur. It might have been low light, so you got a long exposure and you moved the camera slightly.
Yeah, I did have a long exposure.
Yeah, so that's probably what did it. It's not bad. It's
And
just
I didn't run it through sharpen or anything. I just pulled it off the camera and put it in there.
Yeah, no, it's fine. And in fact, that's not what I would worry about. I would try to there's a kind of
It's
a haze.
interesting because
I would try to cut the haziness, make it clear.
yeah, I didn't do anything to it that I should have, but I just noticed that just next to the behind the green glass piece, that's actually a reflection in the window of the wall behind me.
Huh.
Hmm.
That particular window is kind of a mirror window.
Yeah.
You can't see into it, but you can see out of it. And I just noticed, I hadn't seen that before, that was quite so strong, seeing the back wall.
Those framed pictures on the yellow wall, that's the reflection.
I didn't hear that.
The two framed pictures on the yellow wall, that's the reflection you're talking about.
Yes, yeah, they're
Okay.
actually glass plates that we made.
Gotcha.
Now I do want to sharpen this and make it better.
I like the reflection. I
I
would
know.
just get rid of that the white highlight that's kind of blown out above them.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it
Yeah,
takes
I've not seen
the
this
rest
blown
of
up
it.
yet. I just had it little on my small laptop, so it's nice to see it bigger. Now I know what I need to do.
Well, we'd love to see any work that you do on it. If you want to show it to us next month, we can do a little workshop and do a before and after also if you're interested. And in my experience, the X-Real Beam Pro does not do great in low light. I've had similar results shooting interiors. So if you find yourself doing a lot of indoor photography with it, you might want to consider a tripod mount or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't had a lot of experience with it when I shot this anyway.
You can use like any stable surface as a tripod. You don't have to set it on the surface. You can just sort of lean it against it and use it to keep your hands from jiggling it. So if there's anything fixed, you can just sort of press it against it. Use that as a brace.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm standing in the middle of the room, so
yeah, can't do that then.
there's
But I
nothing there.
just tried loading it in Photoshop, and I hit auto levels, and it brightened it all up. It fixed most everything. The motion blur is not really a problem with this one. It's just some you're not getting the full gamut out of the image, and auto levels was enough to brighten it right up.
Okay, I'll definitely work on that.
Phyllis, how are you liking the X-Real Beam Pro? How long have you had it?
I actually really love it. I took it traveling and just recently, and the images are incredibly sharp. They were mostly outdoor images though, so hadn't done a lot inside, but I found it, I really like it. It's very sharp, but it only works for close-up things. You got to be within 6 feet really for it to really do its best. We may end up seeing one in here. I can't remember if I put one in or not. That was actually, those wouldn't have, I don't think I did anything else on the Beam Pro that I sent in, so.
Well, I look forward to seeing some in future meetings.
It does excellent video, and the image stabilization is very impressive.
Yeah, it is the stereo camera to have right now. All right, thank you, Phyllis. We have one by Steve coming up next. Now, Steve, I know you were originally going to enter this in next week's creative subject, but I'm showing it tonight. The title is Ghost Parade.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's supposed to be Ghost Parade. Did I not type the whole thing in?
Parade, Ghost Parade, yeah.
So this is Disneyland, of course, and it's two different pictures from roughly the same angle, and I put, one on top of the other, and then I used a tool that pretty much just removes the highlights, removes the brightest areas, just leaves them. And so yeah, and you can sort of see like the in the parade, there's this purple octopus, and it's there twice, so you can tell that there's two. It reads pretty well because it's against the blue sky. Um, and I think probably this woman who's dancing, she's probably one of the dancers. She's probably, behind herself.
And you took 2 stereo images?
Correct.
Ah, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, it's a fun idea.
Yeah, it's just I was just hanging out the parade. I kind of jumped out into the street, took a picture, and then took another picture before they got, you know, moved me out of the way. And just looking at them, I thought there's a kind of some empty space, and I thought I'd experiment around since it was the, creative. Then I realized, oh, I'm not even going to be here next week. I'm sorry, I'm going to miss that. But yeah, I thought I'd share this, see what people thought of it.
Well, it's brand new to me, so I say do some more.
Yeah, I think it has potential. I mean, there's all kinds of tools. Of course, I went in with the lasso tool and got rid of stuff around the edges that were making the image confusing. So it's not just 2 full pictures sandwiched over uh, the base. There's one picture that's completely there, and the other picture is kind of vignetted.
Is it like a double exposure image?
I guess it sort of resembles a double exposure, sure. I mean, it's controlled differently because, it double exposure would leave kind of a transparency, and this is, I guess, some of it's sort of, I think what it is it's either leaving a hole or it's completely opaque.
Okay,
I think what it does is, yeah, it just removes the brightest whites.
nice.
But the holes are transparent. They're not black or anything. So that's why it works as an overlay.
Yeah. Well, you can work either way because it's digital. Yeah, this is white, which would be a little bit like if you were working in negative and double exposing, or if you worked in reversal film and sandwiched one on top of the other. That's back in the old, physical film days. But yeah, there's lots of possibilities because this isn't with Photoshop. This is with Affinity. Just so you know, I know I've mentioned it numerous times.
I bet it would look great in video.
It would probably read, yeah, because the motion, yeah, that's a really interesting thought. I believe the video program I use has similar tools for turning transparency, not quite as many, but there's definitely room for experimentation. I do have some 3D videos that I shot at Disneyland. I always like the parades.
Yeah, let's. I hope we see more of this technique.
Yeah, I'll try different subject matters. I'll try things that aren't from the same location. See what happens. All right. Well, thanks for the support.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Very nice. Let's move on. Our next photo is by Melinda, And the title is Caution Puddle.
Yeah, so this is in the street almost directly in front of my apartment. And suddenly there were all these signs and lights and everything. Um, I was kind of attracted to it because it looks like there's a lot of attention for a puddle. It just rained a little bit that night and collected a little puddle here. But the reason that the puddle is here is actually because we're getting a kind of a sinkhole that was forming in the last couple of weeks. It was progressing pretty rapidly, so I was really glad to see that the city got right on that, and and I think yesterday they finished it up. They apparently it was a cracked sewer pipe, and I guess the sand under the asphalt was seeping into the pipe or something. So it's yeah, I was very happy to see that get done. And in the meantime, took a fun picture of it. I kind of like it. It definitely shows the negative space concept, which is everything that's inside of the tape.
Right.
That's the subject.
And the tape gives us a couple layers that really enhance the depth in the shot, I think.
Yep.
Melinda, did they tell you how old that sewer pipe was that broke?
No, but on the next block over, there was a spot that they were constantly patching and refilling, and they never and it took years and years before they finally dug the whole thing out and did it right. And it was I don't think it was sewage though. I think it was a large drain pipe. It was about 2 feet or more in diameter and clay. It's made out of
Yeah.
clay, and there were bricks and stuff under there. There was some really ancient stuff going on. This one I never saw the pipe or anything.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
The whole marina district is built on sand anyway.
Right.
So one good earthquake and I'll be swimming.
You'll be well, you'll have liquefaction.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen.
Agreed.
Very nice. Thanks, Melinda.
Thank you.
I am so sorry. I just realized I'm going to have to leave in a few minutes. I forgot I had another commitment tonight. So I will not be able to see the rest of this.
That's
I'm
okay.
so sorry.
If you want to watch, it will be recorded. You can watch it on YouTube. We have a couple more of your photos, which we'll enjoy. We'll give you some feedback if you have a chance to watch it. And I hope we see you next week.
All right. Awesome. Thank you. You said next week is creative?
Next week is creative. Yeah. And we use the PSA definition of creative, which is altered reality.
Perfect.
Yeah, if you have enough time, we could go straight to your other images.
I have just a few minutes.
Are you up for it, Phyllis?
Sure.
Okay, let's move ahead to image number 15. Here it is. If you're watching on the streams, it'll catch up in a few moments. The title is Pattern Stairs.
This is a stairway in the British Museum, and I just liked the patterns, the light coming through the tall windows, and of course the angles in it.
Very nice. Was this a recent photo?
This was probably shot side by side with a cell phone. It might have been the W3, come to think of it.
Oh, I don't have this image in the download.
Oh, you
What
know
was
what,
that?
Melinda? There's a version 2 download that I posted this afternoon because there was a last minute change. Oh, I guess around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, your image 15 is going to be different if you're using the downloads, but you can download it again and get the updated version.
I'll do that. Thanks.
We can go to the next one if you want.
Okay. We will move ahead to image number 20. The title is Triangles.
I really can't remember where this is. I have no idea. I shot it probably a couple of years ago. I think it was in Seattle, but I'm not recognizing other landmarks. So, but I just was fascinated with the architecture and how interesting all the angles and triangles were in it.
It's a great subject, and it's a nice framing too.
And that's glass and wire that is on the sides there, so people don't fall onto the freeway below it.
Yeah, lots of texture in this one also, very nice.
And this definitely would have been with W3.
W3.
This was a while back.
Phyllis, I know you need to get moving, so let's move on to your last photo for tonight's slideshow. It's image number
Perfect.
24.
Thank you.
And the title is Rialto Waves.
Rialto Beach is one of my favorite beaches on the coast and west coast of Washington. And there was foam on the beach. It was just this incredible wave. This was done with a W3, and I see I didn't do any touch up on those 2 little black dots on there, which I'm kind of surprised at. I've used this image quite a bit, but the waves were just magical that day.
I love the foam mirroring the clouds there. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's lovely. I would straighten the horizon and maybe crop off a bit of the sky. But yeah, that foam is magical.
Didn't notice it had the artifacts in it, or I would have cleaned it up. But I was looking on a really tiny screen, so I didn't see it. So it's good that I'm seeing it this way, so I can fix it.
We'll tear it apart so you can build it back up.
Okay. Thank you very much for accommodating me on this.
Of course.
And I do have to head out, so
we'll let you go.
thank you, and I'll try to catch it on YouTube.
Yeah, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
Have a good one, Phyllis. All right, that was a great idea, Melinda. Thanks for bringing it up. We're going to go back to photo number 11 now. Let me get back there. And we're getting there. Here we are. This is one by Oleg. And the title is View Down Solano Avenue During the Stroll.
Yeah, and this one that I brought the lady on the left forward of the window. otherwise, it's better. The window is right across the stop sign.
Right. I can see your sort of false frame.
Right. Maybe I should add an actual frame so it's more obvious what I did.
It's pretty effective this way. It's kind of striking how, she's standing out like she's she's documenting the scene. I don't think it needs a more of a frame.
I would probably crop it in because the side of her body is in the same line as the edge of the frame. And it's kind of if you could bring
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I
framing
see that.
in and maybe fill her out. Her leg also looks like she's a relative of Popeye. She's got a strange bicep kind of thing going on her legs there. I would check that out. Did you do any reconstructive surgery there?
Yeah, I had to rebuild part of her. So that was just sloppy work, I guess.
But I like, again, I agree. I like her in front here, kind of taking the photo of this scene. I think if you just crop it in there so she really is in front there and not kind of parallel to the edge, I think it would help.
I like the shadow of her arm that's like right in that line in the crosswalk or whatever that is.
And you definitely capture the spirit of the stroll here, Oleg. It's such a huge event, it's hard to capture it photographically. Having this wide base helps a lot, I think. Very nice. Thank you, Oleg.
Thank you.
Bob, this is Golden Monkey Welcomes the ISU.
This was taken at the Congress Hotel for the recent ISU convention. And the owners of the hotel were fascinated with Southeast Asia jungles and had a Buddha head and lots of golden monkeys. And that's the wallpaper that was in most of the lobby and some of the rooms. And I just added the glasses to the monkey to welcome him. And I substituted what was in that painting in the background for the logo of the Congress.
Well, it looks like you did a stereo conversion on the wallpaper too.
Yeah, kind of a little trip there. I didn't, this is, George Thomas is using this as the cover shot for the next Stereoscopy magazine. And
Great.
I think on that one, I left it 2D. I didn't fool around, but I wanted to see how it played on the Golden Gate screen here.
It's pretty subtle. I mean, I zoomed in to check it out.
Yeah, no, it's actually it's a weird conversion, but I like it. I like the way it kind of undulates and looks like it could be fabric or strange monkey business.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely magical, and that kind of fits the theme.
And the only other touch up I did was in the original, his tail is not coming through the window, and I scooted it forward a bit.
You can't miss that opportunity.
No, that was really I think the technical term is a bitch there because of the background wall intersecting the shot. I'm still not totally thrilled with it, but it works pretty well, I think.
Looks fine.
All right, thanks, Bob.
Sure.
Ed, this is Jasmine Bud. And let's see, did I get this one pseudo? How does this one look? This one looks correct to me. How does it look to everyone else?
Yeah, I think this is the correct way.
Yeah, this looks right.
Ed, what can you tell us about this?
It's I was just doing some yard work and trimming the bushes, and the jasmine plants had I guess it's not a bud, it's more like a seed pod where the blossoms have fallen off. And I mean this image, it's actually about 1/4 of an inch. That's the scale, and it didn't look like it had much texture at all, but has more than I would have expected. So I took a picture.
So that's 1/4 inch for the whole image?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. It looks like a cactus field there.
It's almost always like a bug or a spider or something like peeking its head out, and I can't take the picture with the bug in it. Sometimes it makes it more like a light, bring kind of like bring a life to the image, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't because it's they never still long enough for me to take a picture and move it to the other lens and take another picture. So I just have to wait for it to go away.
Well, Jack Muzeko had a solution for that. It wasn't exactly humane.
Jack Muzako, legacy member,
Yeah.
shot a lot of stereo macros with a lot of insects that his solution was to use expired insects so they wouldn't move.
Yeah. I've done that too, but I was trying to go for the candid look, you know.
Right.
You could also Photoshop taking the original images, so you actually have the spider or whatever in the right place and just move them over to the other frame.
Yeah, Edward, are you into
More
Photoshop?
work, but
do you
well,
any
tech
photo
heavy
editing?
for me too, honestly.
Yeah, do you have Photoshop or like a photo editing program outside of Stereo Photo Maker?
No, just the usual things like brighten, darken, you know.
Yeah.
Just the standard things.
Well, you can do a lot just with Stereo Photo Maker too. All the essentials are there.
Yeah.
If you oh, go ahead.
I just like to take a picture of what I see mostly, you know.
And I'm with you. I prefer to get it all in camera myself.
As they used to say in the club, well seen.
Well seen, yes.
Thank you.
And oh, sure, I've heard of this. I think we discussed this. Jay has put a link in the chat to photop.com. It's a online photo editing program.
Okay.
Almost Photoshop, says Jay. Only if you're interested, Ed. We don't want to push you into something that you don't want to do, but I think this photo is just fine on its own.
bookmarked the tab. I'll look at it later on when I.
Now, Ed, did you use your microscope for this shot as well?
This is with the stereo microscope. Yeah.
Stereo microscope.
I have two microscopes. I have one, the stereo microscope with the actual stereo view, and I have another one. It's called a compound microscope. It's a single light pass, and that's when I had to do tilting the slide.
Tilt
That was a
table,
different.
right.
That was a different process. But these are just like these are stereo images from the stereo microscope.
Got it. Well, this one's really comfortable to view on my end. Well done. All right, thank you, Ed. The next photo is by me. And of course, it was shot at the Solano Stroll. This is the big bubble people at the Solano Stroll. I like shooting bubbles. They're effective in 3D generally. Shooting into the light here, which I think gave the bubbles some definition. There's definitely a camera sync problem. One of these kids on the near the right edge of the frame was just moving really fast. Decided to leave it. And I thought it was good light.
Yes. Nice.
Definitely in keeping with the upcoming Robot Monster premiere.
Yes.
You see the antenna and the bubbles.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a really good point. It sort of a stand-in for Robot Monster.
Yeah.
For those who haven't seen Robot Monster, it's a 1953 cult classic science fiction movie featuring a robot monster with a communicator that, for some reason, blows bubbles. Well, it actually makes perfect sense why it blows bubbles if you see it in the original 3D. It's just because they look neat.
Aside from the bubbles, which are super cool, I like the silhouette, especially the kid in blue, sort of in the center, because he's against a very light area, so he really stands out. I mean, there is a term in animation about silhouette value, that you try and make your pose read in silhouette. And this is exactly what you try to get. So, good job.
How interesting. I've never heard that before.
I've got a video somewhere, I think on YouTube, where I analyze a part of a Tom and Jerry cartoon, and I cover that in that. I can send you a link.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. If you have it handy, put it in the chat.
I'll see if I can track it down. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the pictures you took at the Solano Stroll.
Oh, thanks. And speaking of the chat, Jay just posted a Kickstarter for a Robot Monster 3D comic book. And I think this book has this been published yet, Jay? Do you know? I thought I saw something about this.
Yeah, Jay.
I don't know if you can hear us. Well, in any case, check out the link, and I will be posting more information about Robot Monster in the coming days, as I said. Thank you, and let's move on to the next one. We're going to skip image 15, which was Phyllis's pattern stairs. Melinda, were you able to download the updated slideshow files? Were you able to see this one?
I did not do that yet, no,
Okay, maybe I can
but
send it to you.
I'll
in the
look at the
chat.
2D version. It's I'll just make this screen smaller and preview it.
Okay. Well, let me see.
Yeah,
if
it's a lovely staircase.
Yeah, it's a good match for your patterned elevator.
Yeah, it's I mean different styles, but somehow goes together. Maybe they're a similar period.
Melinda, I just put this image file in the chat. I don't know if you have access to the chat, but if you want, you can download it from there and look
Oh,
at it.
that's the only one that I'm missing.
That's the only one you're missing, yeah.
Oh, okay, great. Then I'll just download that. Thanks.
And moving on to the next image, number 16. This is one by Steve. It's the Solano Stroll Big Pretzel.
It is big, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So you can probably guess I couldn't get the whole thing in without getting farther back, which always flattens the image. I mean, it doesn't flatten it, but it takes away some of the depth. So the part above the line was painted, and so that similar to what Oleg did. Not as obvious, of course.
So you extended the image of the pretzel, or you cropped around it?
Well, it was the top of the pretzel was chopped off, so
okay, so you painted it in. No, it looks very good.
I painted it so that the whole pretzel was there.
Yeah, very convincing.
Thanks.
There's a lot of depth in this photo. Did you use the X-Real Beam Pro for this?
Yes, that's the one you loaned me.
Right. I'm surprised.
I think the secret for narrow base is to have a strong foreground subject, and then everything behind it, you just read depth into it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the separation between the lenses is decent on that. So yeah.
Yeah, obviously it's in the right hands. You could get very effective depth.
Thanks.
And good exposure too.
Speaking of right hands, the only thing I would suggest maybe is to crop that right hand of that guy on the left.
Yeah, good call. There's sort of a phantom limb, and I think it's in front of the window also.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah.
I love the pretzel coming through. Really makes the shot, I think.
Yeah, it's a good subject for that because he is sticking it out at you.
Would this work as more of a square photo with the pretzel in the center of the image?
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, cut down that sight line between the people on the left.
Yeah, now that I mean, I kind of avoided it. I didn't want it to be too centered, but now that you mention it, I mean, because he's off to one side, it would keep it from being too formal, too Wes Anderson.
No, but if you also cut off the left, you'd get a nice lead line from those people and the dog leading right into the pretzel guy.
Yeah, I can see that. Could be good. All right.
Yeah, give it a try if you're up for it.
Might do that.
Or you
I
could
did,
just stick a Goodyear blimp into the blank sky back there.
I did find that uh, address for the YouTube video. So I'll be posting that as soon as we're finished with this picture.
Great. Yeah. Drop that in the chat.
And yeah, I tried your crop. I like the square format a lot.
All right. And Steve, if you want to show it to us, if you want to do a before and after next month, go for it. We'll make a workshop out of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll think about it. It's too far in the future.
Yeah. Think about it.
What's the theme for next month?
For next month? Oh boy. You think I have all this information memorized?
I'll look it up. Don't worry about it.
I'll look it up. I can tell you right now that for November, the special subject is action. But next week, the special subject is creative. All right. Thank you, Steve. Melinda, we have one of yours coming up next. Dart ejecta cone. DART, I think
Yes.
in this case, is the double asteroid redirection test. Tell us what we're
Wow,
looking for.
very good.
I
Yeah,
know NASA. I know my space missions.
there you go. And it's also impressive because this was like almost 2 or 3 years ago that it happened. But we just got some fantastic new footage from the mission here. So I'll try not to spend too long. I'll just tell you briefly kind of what's going on in this photo and maybe a little bit about what it took to get it back to Earth and everything. And you can ask questions from there. So yeah, that was a mission to attempt to see how much we could nudge an asteroid by hitting it with a space probe. And so this is an asteroid pair. It's a double object. The little one in the middle is orbiting the slightly bigger one above it, and it's orbiting sort of clockwise as we look down. The little asteroid is moving pretty much directly into the screen, and then it's loop around to the left, and it takes about 12 hours to go around, and then after the collision, its orbit was only 11 and a half hours, so it took 30 minutes off the orbit by hitting it, and that was something that they could measure really accurately. Now the space probe is coming from far in the direction where the asteroid is. So it was coming from the far back upper left and coming into the scene and made to directly hit the asteroid directly opposite our direction of view. So we can see the back of the asteroid. That's the little black smudge at the bottom, and the impactor hit on the backside and blew that whole cone out into the image here, which in stereo you can see very clearly. And that's the magic of stereo. So yeah, the asteroid was going into the scene, got hit from the back, got slowed down a little bit. Now orbits a little slower, and apparently in that I didn't hear anything about this exactly, but the impact was so bright that it lit up the backside of the larger object. So that's that big bright glowing bottom of the big one. And let's see. So these pictures were taken as a separate CubeSat passed by. So just before the impact, it released a little CubeSat that has nothing but a camera on it, and it took pictures as it moved back and to the right and out of the scene, and it had to figure out how to point the camera and figure out what kind of exposure to use all on its own, because the time of light was too far for us to do anything about it, so it had to be all automated. And so it was taking pictures as fast as it could, which is about 1 a second, but it was changing exposures with each image because they didn't know what exposure they were going to need to use. They didn't know how bright this was going to be, and it had to try to keep the thing in the image too. And it was, if you see the video of these snapshots taken, it jumps all over the place, and the focus goes in and out. But I managed to get 3 frames that were largely in focus and well exposed, and in the part of the path well after the impact, to give us mostly a good tracking shot to or grabbing shot to get a good stereo pair. And unfortunately, it's pretty low resolution. The source is 1K, but I blew it up a little bit, and I did the best that I could in Photoshop to make a clear stereogram.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a YouTuber, a guy named Scott Manley, who does really good in-depth analyses of these missions, and he had the video looping and talking about how it was stabilized.
Yeah, you remember, it was just jumping all over the place. Yeah. So we're really lucky we got this, and then it took probably months for those images to stream back. That was the other thing that the CubeSat did. I've got the YouTube link. I'll put that in the chat. And the other interesting thing is, the neat thing is that in stereo you can see just how close these 2 objects are to each other. And just for reference, the little one, Dimorphos, is only 170 meters across. That's like 550 feet, and the big one, Didymos, is like 2,500 feet across, and the separation between them is only a little bit more than the diameter of Didymos itself. So as close as these objects appear to be in the image, they really are that close.
Wow.
Crazy shot.
How big is that asteroid compared to the one that killed the dinosaurs?
Oh, that's a great question. The one that killed the dinosaurs, I'm sure, is on the order of tens of kilometers, and the big one here is less than 1 kilometer. So I think we would be safe if it hit Earth, but it depends on speed. That's how you get the energy, and in this case, the ship was moving at let's see, I recorded this somewhere. Where is it? Oh, there. No. So the probe weighed about 610 kilos. Oh, there it is. And it was going at 6.5 kilometers a second, which is about 14,800 miles an hour. So there was a lot of energy there, and they're still very surprised how much they were able to move that asteroid. So it's looks like it's going to be a useful technique for possibly saving humanity someday.
For planetary defense. From
Planetary
rogue
defense.
asteroids. What an amazing photo. It's astro stereo photography.
What
Yeah,
was the time duration between impact and this photo? Any idea?
yeah, I think probably like 20 seconds. Let's see if
Wow.
I have that. It was a little ways. It was taking one picture a second, and it was, fairly. It was a fair bit after the impact because it took a little time for those tendrils to all spread out.
Jay just posted a link to an impact calculator in the chat. If you want to get a
cool.
sense of what kind of space rock could
What we should worry about?
could threaten us. And Melinda, I see, is this the link to the video that you captured these frames from?
Yep, that's the source video, the Scott Manley video that Tor mentioned.
And that's in the chat as well. So you captured some frames, maybe did some alignment, blew them up, it looks like, and got this amazing photo.
And I did, a little bit of my normal touch-up and stuff. Nothing extreme, though. And made a nice framing.
Really amazing. Why do you think it took so long for NASA to release these or this video?
Well, I'm sure it's first because it probably took a long time for the images to dribble back at like typing speed.
Yeah.
And then once they had them, I think typically the team that's behind every astronomical mission sort of gets exclusive use of the data for like a year before they release it. I mean, some of the stuff is released immediately, but it's common for teams to have like a year for them to do their studies and write their papers and get them published before other people do.
Got it.
So my guess is it's one or both of those things.
Makes sense. Well, thanks, Melinda. Astonishing. Learned a lot here.
Thank you. Yeah, I had fun doing it.
Yeah, not something that we could otherwise see in stereo. Really.
And you can see the actual cone shape. You can like they call it an ejectocone because it's always a cone shape, but we get to viscerally see it like this. I don't think that Scott Manley could really get that sense from just the video alone.
Yeah, this is that extra information that stereo gives us. You just get a much better sense of the structure of what's happening.
Did you send a copy of this to Scott or?
I did. Yeah, I posted it to Reddit, and then I think I dropped a link in the comments to his video, but I doubt he'll see that. And even if he does, he probably won't know what to do with it.
His loss.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you, Melinda.
Thank you.
Let's go from space back to Solano Avenue with one by Oleg. This is lunch break during the Solano Avenue stroll.
I don't see. I think it's the wrong. I put in the wrong picture.
Oh, really?
There's a couple eating lunch on the right side of the picture.
I see him.
That's what we see.
Yeah.
Oh, but on the Zoom, it's cropped square.
Ah, that's the problem. It's on the the Zoom screen share. Let me fix this. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I tried to get, I like the way the couple look on the right there. And I tried every way thinking of what kind of, how to compose the picture and just not work out. So I said, what the hell, I'll make it a single point perspective picture and let the people eating lunch fill the picture as much as they could.
I like that there's like a whole story going on here, because they probably found a booth with some food that they liked, and then they tried to find a place out of the sun, and they're enjoying their lunch, and we get to see where the lunch came from. And it's I like that the two halves are connected in that way.
It's kind of a behind the scenes story. We see we're on the side of the booths that the public doesn't usually see. We've got kind of this dividing line of the sidewalk that separates the street festival from these two people seeking refuge with their lunch. Very nice.
It's a fun side effect of the stroll that everybody's out in the street, so you get this view all the way down the sidewalk where nobody's walking.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hmm.
And it's a long, straight avenue.
Okay, let's have some honesty now. Is that the original color? Is that the authentic color of that flower pot?
It's pretty close. I try to keep the pictures correct.
I love it.
Good call. Lovely. Thank you, Oleg. Bob, we have one by you coming up next. Stacked Chairs is the title.
I'm not, there we go. Yeah, this was taken in that same hotel that is inhabited by the Golden Monkey. And I passed by in an unused ballroom, and this called to me. I liked that they were all lined up there waiting for something.
That's a great shot.
Thanks.
I get a sense of action in the shot, like these chairs are going to spring up.
And this is another iPhone shot.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah. So it sounds like it was a good ISU this year.
Oh yeah, really, they did such a fabulous job. I have so many shots and videos from some of the excursions that were just incredible. There's a railroad museum that's just phenomenal, and I may show some of those in a future.
All right. Yeah, you've showed us some selections from your last ISU trip. Can't wait to see.
I don't know. I've been away out of the country for the last almost 2 months, and so I don't know what you showed, and I forget what I submitted, but hopefully there's no duplication here.
Hey, send me what you've got. I'll sort it out.
I like the bonus 3D content in this shot of that screen reflecting the opposite wall.
Yeah. I like almost getting the Wi-Fi password for the hotel.
All right. Thanks, Bob.
Sure.
We will skip photo number 20, Phyllis's triangles, which we've already discussed. And I will share, this is Elsa Bronte Gurdwara Sahib Gatka team. I practiced that. I photographed this not at the Solano stroll, but at the Elsa Bronte stroll the following weekend in my neighborhood, which is a little rougher than the Solano stroll, a little more downtown. This is a demonstration by the Sikh Center, and I was happy to get that sign in there. And I didn't really mean to be this close to them. I was just sort of angling for better light, and then they sort of leapt into battle. And that's all I know.
That's a great moment. That's nice framing. I love that you got his face and his emotion. Yeah, good grab. And then the sign too. It's very nice.
You got good silhouette again.
Yeah, the figures are distinct from each other. It's very nice.
Oh, good point. I hadn't thought about it that way. Yeah,
Great for next month theme, the action one.
Oh, you know, if only I had read the special subject calendar, I could have sat on this one until November and entered it. Oh well. I was pretty happy with it. Yeah, glad I got his face. Glad he has a flattering expression, and I'm glad that the light is flattering also. He's not squinting into the light or anything like that.
The onlookers are well framed as well. Like you have the guy holding up the banner.
You could call it seek and you shall fight.
Ooh.
Oh, terrible. Yeah, sorry.
Dad.
Yes. Yeah, I believe it's pronounced sick.
Really? I've always heard it seek from my Sikh friends, but
that's what I've heard. But I don't know.
I wonder if I should lighten up that sign. I really want to make it clear that
pretty good where it is.
Connected.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
All right. All right. Well, thank you. Let's move on to, this might be our last Solano Stroll photo of tonight's slideshow. Not forever, but for this evening. This is by Steve, and it's the Solano Stroll Blue Dancers.
Yes, I'm sort of taking my cue from Oleg and not just looking for depth, but color. And I noticed that this dance troupe was dressed predominantly in blue, except for the teacher, who had this red top. So I thought, okay, I'll see if I can get an Oleg-inspired photo out of this. I did cheat. One of the dresses was not blue. It was more of a greenish color, and I changed it, but I'm not telling you which one.
I can't tell. I think this photo could use some overall color correction. It's a bit cool. It's got kind of a blue cast. I don't think the X-Real Beam Pro's auto white balance kicked in this case. I would warm this up a little bit in Affinity or Photoshop or whatever you're using. You can adjust the color temperature, or just put like a, an orange photo filter over it to achieve that.
Looking at it now, I'm wondering if it also could use some cropping.
You could probably crop a bit off the right. Maybe make this one square. What does everyone else think?
That sounds about right.
The only distraction to me is that half person on the left who is just in front of the window. It's vibrating a little for me.
Yeah, in fact, most of the, I think actually
I don't
all of
mind
the
I don't mind the two women being forward to the window because their feet are out of the frame. That works fine. But on the actual border, that person with the satchel is not quite in sync with the side border.
I think cropping it would be fine. It would accentuate those shadows, which are very nice in the center.
I kind of like putting the teacher in the exact center and then zooming in so that the closest two people kind of make the left and right borders. You still have all the shadows.
Oh, that's what the square crop would do, I think.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm suggesting zooming in a little bit as well.
You're saying crop at the bottom as well as the sides.
Right. So just yeah, it's just a zoom in a little bit, centered on the teacher.
I'm puzzled at why the two buildings on the left and right corners are so skewed, even though you're looking sort of straight ahead.
Maybe they're collapsing.
So what would I need to do, like a barrel correction? Because I think the lamppost is vertical.
I don't think it needs to be corrected, but I'm just puzzled. Why you're looking straight down or what?
Horizontal
I was
perspective.
just looking horizontally.
Yeah, the X-Real Beam Pro does have fairly wide lenses, but I think the camera might be tilted just a bit also, which is really contributing to that effect in the building on the left. So maybe a little bit of rotation would help this. I don't know if that lamppost actually should be completely vertical. I think given the overall distortion of the lenses, I would expect it to be leaning a little bit. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it is slightly off center, sure.
I mean, if we take the instructor as vertical, then we can work from there. She's a little tilted to the left.
So at the pop-up 3D theater, I think the most popular photo by far was Melinda's. I forget the name. It's a creative. It's the hand and the laptop. It's sort of iterated. But Tor, you had a photo of a previous Solano stroll that you had taken from Bart.
People really like that.
People really like that. I heard
people saying, "Is that us?" Right. I thought it was live. Yeah.
So I think maybe for next year we should revisit the Solano stroll photos and have a little section of that slideshow of the Solano stroll. So
I mean, because the stuff that people responded to in terms of subject was the stuff that was local, like the Hornet and the Daiso store, and stuff that was immediately recognizable from the neighborhood.
Yeah, good point. Well, thank you, Steve. Very nice.
Thank you, buddy.
Let's move on to one by Melinda. Incidentally, we will run a little bit late tonight. We've got about 10 minutes. We only have, 4 photos left in the slideshow. I don't want us to feel rushed viewing or discussing these. and we'll want to make time for the poll at the end. So if you can, please stick around. I know it's getting late, but we are reaching the end, and sometimes the best is left for the end. But let's move on to a photo by Melinda called Supine Base.
Yeah, so, well, first of all, bonus points if anybody can guess why the title.
Come up in the YouTube here. Supine. Well, because it is a base.
It is a base.
It's an upright base, but it's
But
usually
it's
referred
not
to as an
upright.
upright base. Yes.
There you go. You guys stumbled into it. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah, I couldn't exactly call it an upright base because it's not upright.
Right.
But technically it's an upright base, but in this case it is supine. Yeah, so this was a jazz concert that I went to with a friend. Really good. What's her name? I think Hannah. Hannah Hutchins, something like that. Mostly bebop kind of stuff. Really, really good. Just very strong clarinetist, and oh no, saxophonist, alto saxophone, and this was the setup of the stage before they played. So I saw this neat opportunity and walked up next to the stage and got a picture of the bass coming through the stereo window.
Great shot.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's not too extreme. It was an interesting puzzle to try to frame it. I took 2 shots. This was definitely the better one. In the other one, the sort of cylinder looking thing that's going straight through the scroll work on the bass sort of lined up with the leg of the piano behind it, so you couldn't tell if it was the piano leg or part of the bass. This one had a little more separation that worked better. The exposure was tough. This was a dusk, so it seemed really dark, but it didn't work really well as a dark image. So I think I had to use the exposure tool or kind of abuse shadow highlights a bit. So I'm not completely happy with it, but I mean, I like the composition, but I think the exposure could be better.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I love all the shapes and the cables in the lower right. Beautiful. The design on the window. Just
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
Yeah,
it all works, so I wouldn't.
That little dingbat on the window adds a lot to the depth for me. Since it's on the window, it's kind of floating in space. It's a nice middle ground element, and I can look through and see what's going on outside past it. It's a fantastic composition. I think the exposure is very nice. It's got good contrast, not too much in my opinion.
It's just a little, I don't know, a little grainy, or I kind of stretched it a little too far, I think, but I couldn't get exactly what I wanted. Also, the in the actual scene, you can see none of the stuff outside, so that all just sort of came out in Photoshop. I mean, I'm tough on myself, I know, but it's I want it to be a little better.
Called atmosphere.
It was a dark subject, so it's probably the hydrogen one is not that great for it. So that's probably the real problem.
I don't really see a grain problem.
Do you have the newest Photoshop with the AI noise reduction?
Oh, no.
If you want to send me it, and I'll run it through.
Yeah, sure. I'll be more than happy to do that. I'd love to see what it does. Yeah, I tried a couple of things, and I think I tried some denoising, despeckling, things like that. But yeah, thank you.
I love the blue purple highlights on the base. Very subtle.
Yeah, I guess
Bright
that's
light.
the stage lighting, or what's left of it.
Yeah. Or could be reflected light or something. Nice texture.
It was a great concert too. I highly recommend it. This was at SF Jazz, and the first time I've ever been there.
All right. Well, you brought the right camera too.
Well, I don't think it's that good with dark images. I mean, it was really dark in that room. How is the X-Beam Pro with the dark night shots?
I would say it's poor, and I think that's the reason that Phyllis's what was the title of that? Flowers and Glass was a bit soft. I agree, it wasn't really a problem.
Hers was fixable though. I mean, just auto levels fixed it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get anything like that with this one.
I think the hydrogen one does a bit better in low light or in interiors than the X-Real Beam Pro does. I think with the X-Real you really do need, yeah, as you were saying, like a stationary object to lean it against, or a tripod or something like that. And I think the X-Real would be too wide for this shot. This is...
Well, I wouldn't get as close. I might still succeed with a through the window image, but I might have to zoom it or something like that.
Yeah, I think, you could make it work, but I think you used the right camera here.
It's right for the geometry, but yeah, the lighting was too tough. Yeah, I mean, it turned out okay. It's okay.
It's very nice. Thank you, Melinda.
Thank you.
The next photo is by Phyllis, Rialto Waves. We'll skip over this and move on to a photo by Oleg called Discarded Items at the College of Marin.
Yeah, there used to be 4 tennis courts there, and now it's just full of junk. You're looking about 1/5 of the scene there. Anyway, I like the way how strong those on the sky and the floor, the perspective balances. That's what struck me there when I saw it.
Yeah. Oh, like, are they replacing these with pickleball courts? Is that what we're seeing?
No, it's full of junk.
Full of junk. All right, well, thank you, Oleg. Next is my last photo of tonight's slideshow. I do want to talk a little bit about this. I'll keep it brief, but I did do a lot of work on this, and it's still not entirely satisfactory. The title is Mustang Undercarriage Inspection. This was at the annual Orinda Classic Car Show. And this was such a great scene, this mom teaching her daughter the parts of a car on the undercarriage. But when I took this, I used my twin Sonys because this is an interior shot with really bright light outside and a lot of glare and a lot of reflections. It was very noisy. The figures were in silhouette. It was really a mess, and I had to do a lot of correction in camera raw. I had to do some cloning. I had to do some painting to get it acceptable, and I couldn't get rid of that glare from that car, that bouncing light. But ultimately, I decided, well, that was the environment, so I shouldn't try to eliminate it completely. And maybe I'll do a before and after workshop next month to show you how bad it really was. I don't normally spend that much time in Photoshop, but I like this. The whole time I was thinking, you know, if these cameras only had a flash, I could have avoided all that work, because a flash would have filled in the light, would have brought down the exposure outside. But my cameras don't have flashes. They don't even support an external flash. So that is Mustang Undercarriage Inspection.
Just your luck, you get a flash that's like the W3 and it puts shadows on either side.
Or the X-Real Beam Pro. It's like these camera designers can't learn that lesson. They always want to put the flash between the lenses.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, you know, what you need is like just a fill light.
Yeah. But my Sonys, they have 0 external flash support.
My eye is actually drawn to the big yellow shape, and I'm wondering at the top, and I'm wondering if you crop that there, if the picture might work better.
I think the yellow frame makes it real clear the peril that they're in.
Yeah, I agree. I like the yellow. I could tone it down a little bit, but I like the graphic.
That was going to be my other suggestion. If you want to keep that in there, maybe not make it bring down the brightness or the saturation. But as far as apparel, I mean, the underside of the car shows that pretty clearly to me.
Right, but otherwise we might not see exactly how far under it they are.
I don't know. I think the depth.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I think it's worth trying. You don't have to go with it.
I like the graphicness of it. Just having it there. If you take that away, you lose some of the geometry of the shot.
Well, Matt, I'll say it again. You're Mr. Silhouette today.
Yeah. And I hadn't even heard that term, and here I am nailing it. That's so interesting. Yeah, thanks for the suggestions. I might spend some more time with this. I think if I push it much farther, it's really going to start looking artificial. So I might just need to put this one to bed. Imperfect, it is what it is. Thank you. And Bob, we'll wrap up tonight with You Ghoul Girl.
Before I talk about it, I just want to let you know that it is pronounced Seek, by the way. So
It is pronounced seek. Okay.
So you can use seek and you shall fight.
Yes.
So yeah, I'll just get reactions before I talk about it.
Well, it's a good use of flash. Getting the tongue in there. Kick her in the eyes.
Yeah.
I keep trying to free view the two images, and it doesn't work either way.
Not too much variation.
I just really want it to work. Yeah.
But the great portraits.
Thanks. She was wonderful. I loved her makeup.
Yeah.
What was the occasion?
It was Halloween out here in Woodacre. This was just last Halloween. I'm looking forward to it again. It's the daughter of a friend.
How far apart are your lenses? I mean, her head looks really extended.
Oh, it is. But I thought, being a Google girl,
yeah, this should
it could handle it. This was actually, again, I said hold still, and this was the cha-cha I chose. Actually, this is probably the least.
Oh wow!
And I know it is extended, but I thought, given the subject matter, it was fine. I would have preferred a little bit more headroom there, but I didn't want to spend the time taking it into any AI program to fill that in.
I think part of the extension is coming from toeing in during the cha-cha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I would have noticed it if you hadn't said that it was a cha-cha, but now I can see that.
Yeah, her braids are her ponytails are set pretty far back.
Yeah,
you might actually be able to bring them forward.
But being a ghoul, you know, that's just the way her ponytail looks.
Yeah,
just the way her head is shaped as a ghoul.
That's fine. I just can't fuse the floor. So maybe if you could if you could just turn that all black or something.
You know, I did put a little bit of vignetting in there, but it doesn't bother.
That helps. Yeah, that helps.
It's looking just fine on the loom pad.
I can't fuse the backgrounds.
Okay, well, we'll give you a special pair that I'll fuse for you, so you can do it. I did have to do some. I did have to do some cloning on that.
Like for example, you see.
Oh, sorry.
Let's see, in the upper left corner of the left eye, you see that that black smudge right next to her hair.
Yeah.
Kind of shaped like a car or something. It needs to be in the other eye too, but it's not.
Where are you looking?
The spot on the floor in the upper left of the left-hand image.
Upper right.
It's just parallaxed out of.
Yeah,
there's spots throughout the floor that you can pick any spot on the floor. They're not duplicated.
Yeah, well, there's several. There's several anomalies in here. That, you know, can be corrected, but
that's just parallax.
Yeah.
No, I'm not suggesting trying to correct it. That's why I was saying just matting it out would be the thing that I would try. But and the vignetting helps. Yeah, that's my only problem with it. She held very, very still.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did you have to do anything with her eyes, or was she able to hold that expression?
Oh no, she held that.
Nice.
I had a third pose, but it was a little too similar to the one on the right. So I thought this worked well.
Yeah, I'm unable to free view this also just because of the composition. Looks great on the loom pad. And of course, looks fine as an anaglyph also. You're a master of the cha-cha.
Thank you.
The
Not meant to be
portrait.
previewed, but you're welcome to try.
I'm going to keep practicing.
Okay.
This is expert level free viewing. Well, thank you, Bob.
Sure. And
that is our slideshow. That was a long one. We're not done yet. Please stick around and participate in our poll if you can. You can, if you're on your computer, You can go to the website, strawpoll.com/ggss. There's also a QR code there if you'd like to use your phone or tablet. I'm going to go through the slides one more time. I'll say the name of the maker and the title. I'll just spend a few seconds on each one. And you can vote during or after. You can vote at any time. Let me go ahead and go through these. We have a few that aren't in the competition, such as the Robot Monster Flyer, or this shot of the 3D theater. We will start with Solano Stroll GGSS Booth by Steve. I'll slow down a little bit so that the streams can catch up. Art Deco Elevator by Melinda. 3D Theater at the Solano Avenue Stroll by Oleg. Church of San Michele by Bob. Afterlife by Roberto. Fungus by Edward. Vendor at the Solano Stroll 2025 by Matt. Flowers and Glass by Phyllis. Ghost Parade by Steve. Caution Puddle by Melinda. Oh, stand by. There we go. Sorry, I got a little out of sync there. We were looking at Caution Puddle. Next is View Down Solano Avenue During the Stroll by Oleg. Golden Monkey Welcomes the ISU by Bob. Jasmine Bud by Edward. The Big Bubble People at the Solano Stroll 2025 by Matt. Pattern Stairs by Phyllis. Solano Stroll Big Pretzel by Steve. Dart Ejecta Cone by Melinda. Lunch Break During the Solano Avenue Stroll by Oleg. Stacked Chairs by Bob. Triangles by Phyllis. El Sobrante Gurdwara Sahib Gatka Team by Matt. Solano Stroll Blue Dancers by Steve. Supine Bass by Melinda. Rialto Waves by Phyllis. Discarded Items at the College of Marin by Oleg. Mustang Undercarriage Inspection by Matt. And You Ghoul Girl by Bob. And I think Bob had to cut out. We are running a bit late. So let's take a minute or two to make our selections. Please select your top 3 from tonight's slideshow. The link and the QR code are now on the site. While we do that, I will make 2 announcements. One is that our next meeting is next Tuesday, October 14th. It's our special subject meeting, and the special for this month is creative. Creative as defined by the Photographic Society of America is altered reality, but really anything goes. I'll also announce that Leia Inc. Sent out an email announcing the LoomPad 2 end of life. As of August, the LoomPad 2 is no longer available for purchase. The LoomPad 2 will continue to receive security updates until 2026, August 2026. And there's a blurb that their technology is available in other products like the Nubia Pad 3D 2, and they are creating new immersive devices with partners like ZTE, Acer, and Samsung. So if you have a LoomPad 2, it's a great device for stereo photographers, for stereo photography meetings. It's a nice hackable device, and if you want one, well, you might have to hit up the used market. Let's see, do we need more time to make our selections? I'll give it just another minute. I'm going to stop the share. I will show our results. All right. Anyone need more time? Looks like we've got our results. All right. Well, thank you for giving my El Sobrante Gurdwara Sahib Gatka team 5 votes. That was unexpected. We'll call...
It's only because you took so much effort in pronouncing it correctly.
Yes. And I'm sure I mispronounced it. Anyone watching who knows how it's correctly pronounced, I apologize if I'm mangling it. I did try to get it right. Bob's Church of San Michelle, we'll call that our second. And we'll say we have a 3-way tie for third with Ed's Jasmine Bud, Bob's Stack Chairs, and Melinda's Supine Bass. Thank you all, and thank you everyone for participating in the slideshow and in the poll. The more who participate, the better. I've been talking on and off throughout the year about upgrading to a ranked choice voting poll, and I finally started working on that. So maybe I'll have an announcement about that at our next meeting, probably not until the end of the year. Just a heads up.
Let me know if you need any help.
You'll be the first to know. You will be my QA tester.
Will do.
That concludes our meeting, unless anyone has anything they'd like to share with the group. Yes, Mike.
I have a question. My LoomPad 2 did not perform at all this evening. Not on YouTube, not on the Twitch stream. Suggestions? I think the firmware and all the apps are up to date.
Reboot?
That's what I would suggest. I'm using the Twitch stream on it tonight, and it's working for me. But in my experience, it does need to be restarted after each meeting. It seems to me that if I stream the Twitch live stream for a meeting and then I go back and try to live stream another meeting on Twitch, I get errors. It just doesn't work. So you might want to restart, hold down the power button for a few seconds. You'll have two options, power off and restart. Try restarting to clear out the cobwebs. I'll bet it'll work then.
Will do. Thank you.
Yeah. It's not a perfect device, but
Yeah.
but when it works pretty well.
Well, I've
Yes,
got
Steve.
alternative ways to view, so it's
All right.
not my only choice.
Well, let us know if it still gives you trouble. You know, unfortunately, we didn't lose the YouTube live stream for the Loom Pad, but it is low resolution, so it has been inconsistent. Steve, did you have a question or a comment? Oh, you're muted. I know that Steve won't be able to make it next week. Here he
Yeah,
comes.
sorry, I'll miss you guys. But yeah, I was just waving goodbye.
Oh,
All right.
all right. Good night. I'll say good night to everyone. Thanks for hanging in there. Great slideshow tonight, as always. And I'll see you next week.
All right.
Good night,
And
all.
Matt, let me know what you think of the video.
I will. Thanks, guys. All right. Always good.